Welcome in, Chantel. We're on page 97. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I can't be on her too long, y'all. So y'all can't be getting me caught up. Hi, Tucker. Y'all can't get me caught up, okay? Okay. So I'm only gonna be on her a little bit. And we're gonna do our reading, and then we're gonna get on up out of here. Okay? So if you're new here and you're wondering what we're doing, my name is Coach Kenya. I help you see how to break your bondage to food, enhance your wellness journey, and create the behavioral techniques and strategies to help you keep the weight off. I lost weight about 11 years ago, approximately 479 pounds, and I've sustained that weight loss by doing these very same techniques that I teach you. And so what we do here regularly, we read a book, we apply it to our weight loss and wellness journey. We look at how it affects our life and how food affects our life, and we try to break the bondage through healing, traumas, etc. Yes. Okay, guys, gotta come. Amy can. Hey, Cynthia. Hi, lovely lady. Amy. Instra, come here. Hold on. Can you ask Amy to make it for you? Because I'm live. Tell her to come here. Okay. And if you feel like waiting 15 minutes, I'll be done in 15 minutes. Which one you want to do? You sure? You sure? Okay. Look, get it out of the refrigerator, sit it on the counter, and then get you a bowl and put you some in the bowl, and then cover the bowl up with a tissue and put it in the microwave. Okay? I made them pasta, so we just finished, went to church online, so we just finished watching church. So I had told her that I would make her a bowl, but she wasn't ready for it when I was upstairs, and so I came downstairs and was like, well, let me get the live out of the way for today before it gets too late, because I know that I want to get a bunch of stuff done. So we're on page 97. So what we do is we talk about how food has this very strange connection to our brain and what to do to stop it. Okay. In doing that, we've decided that we pray for everything else, but we don't really pray in particular to God about breaking our issues with gluttonous behaviors. So what we're doing together, you, me, and a whole bunch of we's, is getting together and looking at the things that could be keeping us in a rationalized state and unable to see the shortcomings when it comes to our behavior around food. The way we've been doing that is we've been reading through this book called Dangerous Prayers by Craig Groeschel. Hi, Lisa. By Craig Groeschel. And he's a pastor who was having this experience where he felt like his prayer life was lame. And so as a result, he decided to challenge himself to ask God to search him and help him grow his prayer life. Please bring your awareness back into your body. So we decided, you know what? Let's apply this to food, weight loss, and wellness. And let's see what happens. So here we are on page 97. And here's where today's reading leads us. I learned what a terrible ordeal it can be for some. This constant ringing never stops, and there's no cure. For the more severe cases like Paco's, I understand. That can't be right. Hold on.
As you continue with your day, carry a sense of divine purpose with you, reminding yourself of today's centering thought.
We read all that.
There is a way.
Dang, we're already over here. It says we read this, though. All right. It says we haven't read it, but I'm going to go back a little bit. We were being broken together. It's easy to impress people with our strengths. We read this, but real connections are forged through our shared weaknesses. We may impress people with what we can do, but we can connect in our common struggles. This is one of the blessings of brokenness. We may fight to be strong, show our best when posting selfies, and never let them see us down. But when we're broken together, bonding goes deeper than what we can imagine, especially in the family of God. Just as persecution always unites, strengthens, and emboldens Christians who suffer together, so does brokenness create a bond that stands the test of time. What if, rather than avoiding brokenness, we recommended, welcomed it, enjoyed it, instead of avoiding brokenness, we embraced it, welcomed it, and even prayed for it? God, break me. I remember that. So the next section is actually blessed by brokenness. Have you heard of the TikTok member, Chris? Yes, it's actually my client. I've been knowing Chris since I think she was first my client. She used to be. She was first my client, I want to say 2016 or 17, maybe. Right after her car wreck, we worked together extensively. Yeah, she actually, every time I'm in her live, she always tells me, make sure you follow my coach. He's the best. And she was able to make some progress, but as you know, she has a different set of struggles that she talks about. And she's actually shared her journey about why she felt like she was unable to stay committed to the program. So she knows that she has me and I'm here. And yeah, when she's ready, I got her back. Of course, I do know her. Yeah, I knew her before y'all knew her. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for having her on your heart and your mind to mention her. Yeah, thank you, Reluctant, for because that's so sweet to see because my photo looks, like kind of her struggle. Yep, she reached out to me then and we connected and we stay connected. Yeah, we've actually stayed connected, which I have with many, many, many of my clients. They will tell you what they love. They love a lot about my program and they'll tell you it's hard work, because it's really making you heal and work through and kind of show up in some spaces that you have to really be emotionally ready for. Well, thank you. As you are. Queen Lady, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Queenie. Thank you for being here. Silver Fox, hello. Hello, baby. How are you? It's good to see you, gorgeous. Yes, the name of the book is called Dangerous Prayers. Yep, the struggles are real lovely. Lots of deep breaths. Remember, the behavior is controlled by you. So no matter what, you're in control of your behavior. So at the end of the day, anything that's going on that you want to change, it falls in your lap. So you have to be wanted bigger than the feeling, wanted bigger than the sickness, bigger than the urges, cravings, desires, sadness, depression, loneliness. And then once you're in that wanted stage, you have to be willing to do the next part. And sometimes the next part is the hardest part, which is doing it consistent enough for it to make a change. Right? Because it's not that people don't try, but trying one day isn't going to get you very far. But trying for a whole bunch of one days in a row, it's definitely going to get you somewhere. So the focus isn't making it for the whole week. The focus is just keeping your mindset on right now and making it to the next 5 minutes. So try not to engulf too much in one big bite, but just enough to where you can focus in and use wisdom and guide yourself to make the good choices and figure out what's going to work best for you in that moment. And then make it 5 more minutes. Sometimes when we're at our lowest point, trying to look into the future is only creating more stress. But the truth to the matter is, when we are in the midst of a dark storm, if we don't pursue some form of healing, we're only going to make the same decisions and go back to that storm because the old person is making the decisions. But when we're trying to transition and change, you do the work and saying, okay, let me try something else because what I've been trying isn't working. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, that sounds good. Taz, some tuna. Hi, Gladys. So I want you to take a lot of deep breaths. Did you do what I asked you to do literally a week and a half ago? It doesn't require, it was free. It didn't cost you no money, lovely lady. All you had to do was take a pen and a paper and pay attention to your behaviors for 7 days. That's it. Because you asked me, what did I need to do? Well, that's step one. But see, we have to want it bad enough to actually have enough. You desperation or inspiration, but in some cases you just gotta want it. You gotta do it. You gotta want it bad enough to do the stuff to get there, and understand that all of it's not going to be lights and cameras and glitz and glamour. And I think that's one of the hard struggles about weight loss is we want it to be this glitzy glamour. I'm losing weight, I'm looking snatched, but sometimes it's about healing your mind and your soul. The reason why some of us are big is because we're broken. We're broken little girls, and we need to take the time to heal that part before we can get anywhere. But we don't want to do that. We keep wanting it to be about the food and our health and but really it's about the broken mentality that we're stuck in. We're poverty stricken, unfeeling, unwanted, lonely, depressed, in desperation, struggling from one post to the next, can't even focus, have no means to keep a roof over our head. And we want to lose weight. How can you? How can you focus on weight loss when you don't have a safety place to live? It's hard. No, I know you didn't do it, because if you did it, you would have been so excited. Remember, I'm a behaviorist. So if you had did it, you would have been so excited that you actually, because it'll show you why you eating. You would have been so excited to tell me, baby, you would have been beating my messages down. Because what happens is it helps you see that you eat over one certain emotion more times than not. That's the first part. Why you're eating, right? Because if 90% of the people in the world say they don't even get hungry, then why are you eating? So you eating for some reason. If you never get hungry, then why are you eating? Because you eating. So why? So you have to, but people say, oh, well, I'm craving it. No, it's not what I'm talking about. Why meaning, what do you feel like? What did you feel like 30 minutes before you ate? An hour before you ate? What did you feel like 30 minutes before your craving? But you gotta track it to you don't understand. So you gotta put a little effort in, little bug. All of my clients are asked to do this, and their treatment doesn't advance until they do it. Because I can't help you figure out what part of chewing is addicted to until I know what emotion is being driven by the desire. Okay? I promise you, the most empowering thing is to figure out what drives your emotional eating. It's in the Bible about eating too much. I know last night I was asking you guys, what? It's okay. We're gonna keep starting over. We're gonna keep starting over until we get stuck. I had a client once tell me she was slow to start. And I tell people that's what we are. We're just slow to start. That's all right. We're gonna start. We're getting there. We're just slow to do it. Yep, we ain't stopping. Taz, I was about to say something. Let me see if your comment will jog my memory back. Oh, yeah, I was asking last night, you guys, why is it that when people are doing mukbangs with all that food, they pray over it? Isn't mukbang a form of gluttony? Or no? Isn't mukbang a form of gluttony? And if it's a form of gluttony, why are we praying over gluttony? Isn't that a sin or no? I'm asking. I'm actually. I used to do that. That's why I'm asking. So when I would buy all that food and be ready to overeat it, I would thank God for it and thank God for preparing it and ask God to let it bring no harm to my body. But then I would sit and eat 5,000 calories in one sitting. How did I justify praying over the very thing that God asked us not to do? No, it's not of a meal. It's when you eat any or everything, anything that goes in your mouth. Do y'all understand what I'm asking? Anything that goes in your mouth. How does that work in your brain? That's something I'm going to have to start looking into now. Because last night, I'm telling you, we was in this lab and I literally sat here and was like, why we be praying over all that food we shoved down our throats like that, talking about some thank you for the food I'm receiving, about to eat enough food for 75 people. God is not blessing that. We crazy. People are literally starving, and one person is eating enough food for 40 people, and we asking God to bless it and give us strength. Yep, Taz. I don't know. I mean, I did it too. I don't know how I justified that, but will frown my face to a murderer or a thief. Aren't they all on the same list? Or no? I don't know, y'all. Like, how can a skinny liar judge a fat, honest person? Do you understand what I just said? So if you're skinny and you're a liar, then you can't judge the person that's obese and honest. Because both of them are sin, and a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin, right? Or no, it doesn't work like that. Y'all with me? All right, come on. Here we go. We got to get into it. So we said God break me. So now it's Blessed by Brokenness, 1 chapter 2.9. Craig Rochelle is called Dangerous Prayers. Yep, if we make better choices. Yes. So for 25 years, I've had the same workout partner. His real name is John. But I call him Paco. Because, well, Paco seems like a better name for a workout partner. Even though Paco is older than I am, he's one tough dude. I never see him throw a punch, and he's too kind to ever insult someone. But I have no doubt. That's why I need your help. I know, honey. But I have no doubt that if push came to shove, I want him on my side in the street fight. You might guess that Paco and I don't cry together. We don't talk about much about our feelings. We're workout partners, not crying buddies. Hi, Cheryl. But then something happened. Paco suddenly began experiencing severe ringing in his ears. And that's when I saw a different side of my tough buddy that I'd never seen before. I'd ever seen before. I didn't know that much about tendonitis, but once I saw Paco suffer, I learned what an incredible ordeal it can be. For some, this constant ringing never stops. There's no cure. For more severe cases like Paco's, I understand it's like a train driving through your brain 24 hours a day, every day. Although there are some devices you can use, the pain for many is unbearable. Tragically, Paco had one of the worst cases his doctors had ever seen. After traveling to the top experts and specialists, Paco got the best advice from a fellow tendonitis sufferer. The guy explained that the noise would never go away, and the only way you can endure is to get closer to God than you've ever been and pour out your life serving others. If the food is driving you crazy, the only way you can endure is to get closer to God than you've ever been and pour out your life serving others. Alejandro, thank you, Gladys. Hey, Nicole, thank you for being a part of my fan club. I appreciate you. It says, sounds crazy, doesn't it? Just suck it up and smile and act like everything's okay. I remember when Paco told me about this guy's advice. It seemed trite, useless, but Paco hadn't seen another person with severe tendinitis function as well as this man. So with nothing to lose, he tried it. Daily, he pressed into God like he never had before, reading God's living word, meditating on his truth, and love worshiping, praying, fasting. John and his wife, Jennifer, started a small group and began pouring into others. They adopted a single mom and her kid and started serving them selflessly. And in giving their lives, the roaring in the brain never got better. But somehow John started getting better. The pain didn't lessen, but John's joy increased. At the gym one day, we were trying to work out. John explained to me that the tendinitis is ringing in your ear. Is the worst pain he could ever imagine. And yet, by God's grace, he'd never been closer to God than he was in that moment. He told me that in the brokenness, he found joy. I'm not sure if he. Let me stop. I want to say right now that if you feel like you're at the worst point of your life right now, You're at the worst point of your life right now.
In ancient India,
If you feel that,
ecstasy of love was called ananda, or bliss consciousness. The ancient Vedas
he said that if you feel that, know that that's the very moment that you can be closest to God.
living our lives with love for all beings helps us realize our spirit's true nature.
And I think that's true.
Ananda,
I think when we're at our deepest moment, it's also our most vulnerable.
consciousness, bliss.
I think it's our most vulnerable. Yeah. I'm not sure if he started to get misty eyed first start if it was me, but there in front of everyone in the gym, two lifelong friends couldn't hold back their tears. In the brokenness and pouring out of his life, John found hope. In the middle of his worst pain, he discovered a peace from heaven that he didn't have words to explain. I had discovered it for myself, but now I saw it in him. In our brokenness, we often experience God's greatest blessings. I'll admit that it takes tremendous faith to pray this prayer. It requires divine boldness. But on the other side of truly trusting God, there's a blessing that cannot be found in the comfort and ease, that cannot be found in comfort and ease. When Gary told me that I'd be broken, I panicked. I wanted to avoid it at any cost. But I had tried to avoid the pain. But had I tried to avoid the pain, I would have missed the blessings. The Apostle Paul cried out desperately to God for healing and deliverance from some unknown trial. In 3 different seasons, Paul begged, pleaded, and petitioned God to take it away. But when God said no, Paul discovered something he would have missed otherwise. God's grace was enough. I think we should stop right there for today. Okay, drop your comments in the chat. May God bless the hands that prepared the food, such as farmers and grocers. Yes, I agree. I always pray for the people that prepare it, like grow it. Right, that's where we're stopping at. Okay. Any questions tonight, you guys? How we doing? How we doing? All right, now we're gonna move on to the next thing. So next we're gonna do is I remembered. What was the next thing? We're gonna put this right here for tomorrow. I said after I went live. Like I act like I have 100 hours, right? When really I need to like get a lot done literally by tomorrow morning at like 5. But I have more stuff that I need to get done. Oh, is it not plugged up? Oh. I have a lot of stuff that I need to get done, like a lot. Oh, Would You Rather? Oh my gosh, I haven't played Would You Rather in years, Taz. I haven't played Would You Rather in years. So I have so much to do. So I want to redo this room, clean it up really good. So I need to do that. My sister is taking care of my mom, and I have the kids. I need to keep an eye on the kids. And I still have a couple of jackets I need to try to make before I can package them. I haven't sold these yet. They're just so they can be done because I'm going to, well, I might ship them home. I don't know yet. I'm trying to decide how it's going to look. If I'm going to take these jackets with me or not. But hopefully before I leave to get on the road, I'll have sold the rest of the items that I have here. And I just remembered that I have 2 more shipments that I left off the list right here. I got these Post-it notes I've been moving around on my desk for weeks. I'm finally getting them down. I just remembered that I'm missing 2 packages that need to go out. Yeah. 2. I just remembered right now. I have 2 right now. All right. So I'm going to actually hop off, you guys. That's okay. It'll get back to once I get kind of get myself together because I need to I have a tomorrow I have to go to the beauty supply store and I have to do some videos. So I need to actually do my hair, my nails, and my feet tonight. And then I already finished kind of getting everything together down here. I'm actually almost done. But I think if I do my time right from 11 to like 5, I can get almost everything I need to get done. I think. I get everything ready. I think maybe choose one vegetable for 1 week. Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be a good idea. Actually, I'm going to be taking recipes for Cook with Coach. Cook with Coach starts up in March. So I'm actually going to be taking recipes. So if you had a recipe you'd like me to try live on TikTok and in my private group, please feel free to reach out to me. And you can cook with me in the guest box and teach me how to cook it. Okay? But in the meantime, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my butt off of here and get some work done. Hey, Soli. And get some work done. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm determined to get these nails finished, these feet finished, these jackets finished, this laundry finished. I've one website I've already done. I've gotten it pretty much done. But guess what? I got to create another one real quick. Yeah. Got to create another one. Sure do. I sure do. Got to create another one. So that's what we actually about to do. So, yep, because we know how to, which we thank God for that, because there was a time where I didn't know how to do this stuff from scratch. But now when I need to, it's for my sisters, not for my businesses. I already have my coaching has a member portal, and then my boutique has a website. So I already have all my stuff, but my sister, her business, one of her businesses needs like a place to book appointments. So I told her that I would knock it out for her really quick. So that's what I'm actually about to do. It don't even take that long. It's like super easy. But that's because I've been doing it, and I've deleted a couple of my own websites and had to rebuild them within like 24 hours. So I have learned the very, very, very difficult way of losing and learning. So yeah, of losing and learning, indeed. All right, guys, bye. I'm gonna go to work now. I got work to do. I'm gonna go do what I need to do. Cause y'all so quiet, y'all ain't talking a lot, so I ain't gonna keep y'all. Maybe once, maybe tomorrow or something. All right. Okay, bye. See y'all tomorrow. I'll be going live tomorrow at the beauty supply store. I don't know if she'll be taking orders or let me take orders or whatever, but if you see something in there that you want, you just inbox me and I'll help you get it. Okay. I know I got a lot of work, so that's why I'm about to go get it. I'm about to get it all done. Just wait. The next couple of videos I post will be me getting all ready to go for tomorrow. Okay. Me prepping everything. My hair, washing my hair, coloring it. I mean, like freshening it up, like freshening my waves up, and then doing my feet, my nails. I do poly gel on my feet and stuff. So you'll like see videos of me doing all that, and then get my outfit. I don't know what I'm wearing tomorrow, but I think I'm going to wear this jumpsuit. So just getting everything ready for tomorrow. Thank you, Soli. So getting everything color. No, I will not be coloring my hair pink. No, never. This is it. The color you see, I don't use color. I just bleach it. That's it. But it needs to be freshened. Hey, hey, JF, how are you, boo? So it just needs to be freshened. So I'll be going live tomorrow in the hair store to give people an opportunity to take a look at it and everything. And then I know you are, Taz. And then, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. How are you, JF? I was so glad to see you. Did you see the girls talking to you? So, yeah, so let me go get it done. Let me go try to knock this stuff out so I can make some waves so my nails don't be looking better next time you saw me, okay? See me, okay? Do my facial, do the hair. So I'm gonna do the hair. Start. I gotta get going. All right.